Hello everybody. This video shows the work I did for preparation of the flaps over several days in the last 2 months. Although the video says March 27th, actually I already started somewhere in February, but because these were all short sessions, also due to the cold, I just pasted them together as one video. Okay, I started with the spars. So getting off the blue par stuff and then deburring them, making all the edges real nice. I again do it left and right almost together. Now I take the left skin. As you can see, the bottom skin, it's the smaller one. There is a kind of a bent rear spar in there. And we have the top skin on the right side of the table and the main spar. There are the ribs. Actually, flaps is a very simple construction. The reason why I did it all in small sessions is that I needed my father to help me with the wings, because it's very hard to close the bottom skin of the wings in your own, because your arms just are not long enough. So every time when he was not available, I interjected it with work on the flaps. I'm deburring the ribs here. Again, you can see I mark them left and right. So I do the work on both flaps at the same time. Okay, first time assembly. Let's see how it works. Finding out how the structure should be with respect to the wing, to the skin. It has a very strange way of, there is a top and bottom skin, but it's a very strange way of how it was formed, so it took me some time. This is a few weeks later. You can see already the weather is better, so actually the doors are open. Continuing with the other side, so you can see one flap already standing up, and also in the back you can see the wings. I was also working on the wings, so just doing some stuff at the same time. This is all preparing, so there is nothing riveted yet. You can see that because there is nothing primed, so there is no primer. These are all match drilling and deburring and stuff like that. You also have to create your own parts for separating the skin. And the flaps are connected to the wings with a piano hinge. So that's also something you have to drill. Always dangerous, because last time I screwed up the piano hinges for the ailerons, or more precisely the trim, a simple trim. Here you can see I'm making the spacers for this attachment of the top skin. Okay, much drilling. And the same stuff for the other flap. Again, I work in parallel because it just works great, and you learn on one and then you can immediately apply it on the next one, which means that you're just faster that way. Again, creating spacers. This is probably somewhere in the end of February, beginning of March. And although the sun is shining, it's actually still quite cold. this is actually the piano hinge that I'm working on. You can see that. Trying to attach it for drilling. The piano hinges are just standard piano hinges, so there is no pre-drill, so it's not match drilling, you actually have to drill them all. It's a little scary because you don't know where to drill, of course. Also, you do one side, the other side needs to be on the wing, but you can only do that if you have installed the ailerons. So what will happen is that when the wings are ready, I will attach the ailerons, I will attach the flaps, and I line them up, and when they're completely lined up, then I can drill the other side of the piano hinge. This way the flaps and the ailerons will line up really nice. This is all preparation for priming. So after this session I will prime all the parts so I can start clicking and riveting it together. So this is probably a few days later yet again. I'm now working on special braces. So if you want to attach the flap, you can see that on this side here where I'm working on right now. There is a spar doubler. It's a very thick spar doubler made of L aluminum, and that took me some time. You have to bend it a little bit, and it's quite some work. Kids in the back are having fun with fire. So here the brace is ready, and there needs to be a nut plate inserted, and this is actually where the hinge, the bell crank will work for setting the flaps. Those parts are actually not in the wing kit, so they are, according to the manual, they are in the fuselage kit, or maybe the finish kit, I'm not sure actually. So there's a lot of preparation on this brace part, and you have to do it twice, of course. And then you have to see, I use the countersink kit, so you have to countersink everything. And now I'm removing the bluing for all the priming. So all parts are now match drilled and ready for priming. So next up is getting all the parts primed. I do the same on the other flap, but I haven't taped it because it's just sooner work. Alright. Next time, working on the wings again, continuing building my pie in the sky.